Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Diary of a Mind Alchemist. In this video, I'm going to show you pictures of my very humble abode. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to show people that you don't have to wait till you have everything that you want in life to be happy. So many people are miserable because they don't have what they want to have. And it's really sad that the majority of society is just so materialistic. And, so many people are miserable, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't have what they want. They hate their job, but at least you got one. You know what I mean? I used to complain all the time, and I still do sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I still do sometimes. Like, I do. I be complaining sometimes, but then I have to check myself and be like, you know what? Be thankful that you got a job to complain about. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful and use your frustration to motivate you to, follow your goals, follow your dreams, to not stay stuck where you don't want to be. So I get it, you know what I mean? But the purpose of this video is to show you that you don't have to have everything that you want in life in order to be happy. You can be happy where you are right now. You just have to change your perspective. When you change your perspective, you change your reality. That doesn't mean that you change what is currently going on, but you change the way you see what's going on. You can see things from a victim mentality, or you can see things from a victor mentality. I choose to see things from a victor mentality, and I choose to be thankful instead of being unappreciative of what I have. You know what I'm saying? There are some of us out here who don't have a lot of nice things, but be thankful for what you have. You might be like me. You might not have a really nice house, but at least you got a house, right? At least you got a house. You're not on the street homeless. You feel me? You may not have a very nice car, but at least you got a car. You ain't sitting at the bus stop. You ain't sitting, on the bench in the train station waiting for the train to come. You ain't got to take no Uber nowhere. You feel me? You got your own means of transportation. So be thankful. You roll up in that hoopty with your head up just like you rolling up in a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Because you got means of transportation. You ain't got to pay to go on a bus or a train or nothing like that. You got your own means of transportation. It may not be a Mercedes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at least you got a car. Be thankful for that car. Be thankful for that house. And to those people who, aren't living in a house and don't have, a car or whatever, I was just using those as examples. Don't take offense. I wasn't trying to be offensive. I just used those as examples. It doesn't matter if you have a house or apartment, a car, or you take public transportation. If you are taking public transportation, be thankful that you have the money to be able to afford to pay a public transportation. Be thankful that you have the money to be able to afford to take an Uber. You know what I'm saying? It's all about perspective, and having an attitude of gratitude no matter what your circumstances are, okay? So it's not about having a house or having a car, whatever circumstances that you are in. If you're walking, if you're riding a bike, be thankful that you have the physical strength to be able to walk. Be thankful that you can walk. that you're able to walk, somewhere. Be thankful that you have a bike, that you can ride your bike to your destination. Be thankful for that. And while you are in that situation, you can still be happy. Okay? You don't have to wait till, if you're riding a bike or if you're taking public transportation or taking an Uber or whatever, you don't have to wait till you get a car to be happy. If you're living in an apartment, you don't have to wait till you get a house to be happy. You be happy in your circumstances right now. Why do you feel as though you need to have certain things to be happy? Happiness comes from within. It does not come from things outside of you. Okay? You may not have, Gucci on or whatever, Fendi, whatever, whatever these people are wearing, Balenciaga, whatever. You may not be wearing that. You may got some clothes from Walmart. At least you got clothes to wear. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be no label whore. Be thankful for the fact that you're able to buy clothes to put on. You know what I mean? It's people in this world that ain't got no fucking clothes to put on. They might have to wrap up some damn leaves, a skirt of leaves around, their bodies and stuff to cover their privates and stuff. There's some people in the world that got to do that. Be glad that you got some clothes to put on. You know what I'm saying? It's all about perspective. And we live in such a materialistic, superficial society that we don't appreciate what we have. And it's like, the saying, you don't appreciate what you have until it's gone. You know what I mean? Let's not, wait for that to happen. Hopefully that won't happen for any of us. But be thankful for what you have. Okay? No matter how small you think it is, be thankful for it. It's all about perspective. Happiness is a choice. That's the theme of this message. Happiness is a choice. You know what I'm saying? Nothing should make you happy. You are, or should be, the master of your emotions, the master of your mind. Nothing outside of you should have control over your happiness. No person should have control over your happiness. If someone controls your happiness, then they are master over you. They are your God. Anything that controls you is your God. Now, I'm not saying, in any of the messages that I made, I'm not saying, please don't think that I'm coming off like, look, I am not holier than thou. You know what I'm saying? I fuck up like everybody else. And, I have weaknesses. There are things that I'm still growing, areas that I'm still growing in. So when I say these things, I'm speaking to myself as well. Okay? I'm speaking to myself as well. I ain't no ascended master or nothing. I'm just on this journey of growth, spiritual growth. And, as I learn things, I just want to share them with people. You know what I mean? If it resonate with you, roll with it. You know what I mean? If it don't, that's fine. This isn't a channel for you, and that's okay. But anyway, the theme of this video is happiness is a choice, okay? We don't want to have anything control us. You should be the one to control you. Nothing outside of you. No material thing, no person, no situation should have control over you. You have to learn how to become the master of your mind and emotions. You can choose to be happy regardless of what you're going through, regardless of how your house looks. You see my house. You know what I mean? You see the pictures of my house. My house is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It needs a lot of work and stuff like that, but that's okay. You know what I mean? This is just a temporary situation, you know? And I'm not going to allow how my house looks to affect my well-being. You know what I mean? This is not, my house is not me. You know what I'm saying? My worth and value are not, I don't make my worth and value, I don't base my worth and value on what I have. And that's the problem with most people. Most people base their worth and value on what they have. So if they don't have, then they feel like they're worthless. Then they, like, you're not going to make me feel because, you know, I work at a warehouse right now and, you know, I don't have a lot of material things. You're not going to make me feel like I'm less than because you got degrees, you got, you know, an expensive car, you have a really nice house. Good for you. That's wonderful. I'm happy for you. But you're not going to make me feel less than. That's stupid. To me, that kind of stuff is just dumb. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't judge people by what they have. I judge you by the content of your character, which is how we all should judge people. You know what I'm saying? Not based on what they have or what they don't have. That don't mean nothing. You could have all kind of shit and be a fucked up person. To me, if you're a fucked up person, if you're a person who is low vibrational, who, you know, has a really bad fucked up character, then I'm going to judge you based on that. You know what I'm saying? If you are a really crappy person, you know, if you are filled with hatred, envy, lust, you know, you're haughty, and you know, you have all of these negative qualities about yourself, I'm going to judge you based on that. And to me, that makes you not valuable. I don't give a damn if you got a PhD, you drive a Rolls Royce, you live in a freaking mansion. I don't give a damn what you have. If your character is fucked up, that makes you fucked up. Because whatever is in your heart determines what you say and what you do. It is what is in you that makes you valuable. And what's in me is God. And you can't get no more valuable than that. You can't get more valuable than the divine. So you can't, you know, you can turn your nose up at me and I'll just laugh at your ass like, really? You know what I'm saying? You could lose all that shit tomorrow. What you gonna do? Commit suicide? Because now you're worthless. Now you know everything that you done built your, you know, your whole empire on, you know, and have caused you to view yourself to be better than everybody else. Now you ain't got shit So what you gonna do now? Where's your value? Where's your worth? Where is it? It's gone now? Because you don't have nothing? Nah. See, we got our priorities all fucked up. That's not what we supposed to be basing our worth on. Your worth should come from within you. Your relationship with the divine, your relationship with God. God makes you valuable. God makes you valuable. God created all this shit, including you. So why would you make yourself valuable based on the things that God created for us to enjoy and partake in, but not see yourself as being valuable as a creation of the divine? You got to look at all the other stuff that the divine created to view yourself as being valuable, because a bunch of people said this is valuable. These rocks are valuable. These clear rocks, these clear shiny rocks are valuable. So if you have those, that makes you valuable. You know, all this metal and rubber and leather that we formed into something that we call a car, you know, and then we put this emblem on it, and we say, oh yeah, this is valuable. So if you own that, that makes you valuable. Do you see how stupid that sounds? No, we're not going there, okay? Your value should come from who you are or whose you are. You belong to God. You are God's creation. That should make you valuable. That is how you should see yourself as being valuable, not from what you have, not from the things that God created that a bunch of people said, oh, this is valuable, so if you have that, you're valuable. No. I'm valuable because God lives in me. God created me. I'm a vessel of the divine. That makes me valuable. My body is sacred. My body is a holy temple. Okay? My body is the temple of God. So that makes me valuable. That makes me sacred. That gives me value. You see, it's all about perspective. It really is. It's all about perspective, you know? Yeah, so these pictures here, I was gonna, get new furniture and stuff, but I was like, you know what? It don't make no sense for me to get a whole bunch of new furniture and then the rest of the house is fucked up. I wanted to remodel everything first and then get new furniture. So, I was like, fuck it, I'll just keep the furniture the way it is. Like that, I don't even... It's not even something that I'm really concerned about right now. But, yeah, that's why, it's like the couch and shit is all ripped up because that couch is old. Like, all my furniture is old. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get any new furniture until I remodel the house. So, I ain't even worried about, the aesthetics of it right now. But, yeah, all of those things will come in time. Like, this isn't the end or the end result of my life. Like, this is like not where I'm going to be at forever. You know what I mean? We all got to start somewhere. And I started late. Okay. I started late with, my my independence and stuff, and Yeah, so, you know, we all got to start somewhere, and eventually I will get to where I want to be. Because, yeah, of course, I like nice stuff. I'm not saying that I don't, want, or, I'm not going to have anything nice. Or I'm not going to try to have anything nice. No, I'm just saying it is what it is right now. And in the meantime, I'm still going to be happy. Like, I'm not going to wait until, my life is the way I want it, or I have the things that I want to be happy. I choose to be happy right now. Like, I'm making that choice. And you can make that choice too. You don't have to wait till you have all the stuff that you want in life to be happy. Be happy now. Choose to be happy. Don't wait until you find a partner to be happy. Be happy right now. It's a choice. You can. You can be happy right now. You don't need a man to be happy. You don't need a woman to be happy. It's simply a choice. All you got to do is choose to be happy. We all have things that make us, feel better, that make us feel good, hobbies or whatever. If you're feeling like in a low vibration, you're sad or whatever, you can change that to happiness just by changing your perspective on whatever you're going through. If you see things from a positive perspective, you can instantly change your mood. I love music. I love music. Any kind of music. Yeah, that's OJ's for my old heads out there that know what time it is. Yeah, music is, I love it. It is my go-to. I love to listen to music. I love to dance. And, I do that all the time. Like, my kids be looking at me like, what in the world? I walk around the house singing, dancing. Like, it don't even be musical. And sometimes I be having music in my head, music on in my head. And I just be, dancing and just being goofy and stuff. Because that's what keeps me in a high vibration. That's what keeps me happy. And you got to find your happiness. You know what I'm saying? You may like roller skating or something. So go ahead and, put your skates on, roller skate or whatever, whatever is going to raise your vibration and put you in a better mood, as long as it's not something toxic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not advocating drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. Something that's non-toxic, a healthy activity or hobby, or something that is going to raise your mood, and you can change your mood instantly. You can also just change your perspective on whatever you're going through. Like, with my house, I could be in a negative vibration and I could say, oh man, my house is fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm such a failure. Look at this. This is, I should have a nice house. My house, I'm embarrassed to even have anybody come to my house because my house is so old and, my furniture is fucked up. And, at my age, I should have, I should have better, I could just go on this whole pity party or whatever and feel bad about myself. And, but I'm like, wait a minute. No, No. You know, I started late in life. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they start their independence like maybe in their late teens, early 20s. I started my independence, my complete, well, I'm not going to say complete, almost complete, you know. Yeah, my ex doesn't want to sign the quick claim deed for me to take over the mortgage so that I can be completely independent from him and pay the mortgage myself. But that's okay. It's okay. God is in control of everything. Even though years ago, he was okay with signing the quick claim deed when I had, printed out a form online, because, I didn't have the money to pay for a lawyer to draw up the documents, and, he didn't want to pay a lawyer for that either. Neither one of us wanted to go that route. And I was like, okay, I'm going to print out, something online because they have templates, legal document templates and stuff. So I printed out one for my state. And, this was years ago. He signed it, even paid for, it to be recorded. But the documents weren't the right ones, so they rejected, the clerk's office rejected the document. And, that was that. But it's funny, he was okay with signing it then, but now he wants to get his equity. And, it's okay. It's okay. I can't afford to buy him out, but that wasn't even something that we had agreed upon, when we were, working together on the divorce settlement documents. He was going to get his equity, or his, half of the what I sold on the house. When I sell the house, I wasn't planning on staying here forever. He was going to get, when I move, he was going to get half of that. And that was something that we agreed upon. It's something that's in the divorce papers. So in addition to the divorce papers saying that he would get half of the sale of the house, it also stated that I would be the sole owner of the house after our divorce. And it said that when I was financially capable of taking over the mortgage, that I would take it over. So, I was going to take him to court for that. But the divine told me to take him to spiritual court instead. And that's exactly what I did. I give this whole situation to God, like I said before, and God is the judge of all judges. That's what divine told me. The divine told me I am the judge of all judges. And you let me handle it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. God is the one that issues out justice. Our justice system doesn't always do that, but God will always bring divine justice and divine punishment upon the wicked. And I trust in God, and I know that God is working everything in my life out in my favor, and everything is happening for my good. So I wash my hands of that whole situation. And everybody that is involved in these dark covens and secret societies that's working against me doing dark magic. I've taken them to spiritual court too. And everybody that's involved, every single person, known and unknown, will get divine judgment. God itself is placing judgment on every single person involved. Every single person. So if they thought that they got away with things over all of those years, they didn't. God patiently was waiting for the right moment. It actually was giving them an opportunity to repent, giving them an opportunity to change. But since they refuse to change and keep doing the same dumb shit over and over again, then now they have no excuse when God issues its judgment against them. You have no excuse. You had plenty of time to stop. You had plenty of time to change. But you didn't. And so when that karma comes and kicks your ass, which I know it is, you have no one to blame but yourselves. Hopefully in your next incarnation, you'll get it right. But yeah, that's why I was saying, kind of independent. I pretty much am. It's just that situation right there that is in the way. But I look at it like this, God is in control of everything. And when you are going through situations in life, difficulties in life, you can't give, especially when these challenges are because of certain people in your life that may be trying to cause challenges, trying to be a blockage or whatever in your life. You have to understand that if God allows that, it's for a purpose. It's for a purpose. Because I went through a lot trying to get the house solely in my name, to get the mortgage in my name solely, so that I could be fully independent, and pay for everything myself. I pretty much am. The only thing I'm not paying is the mortgage. And I was going to do that. And then he, doesn't want to sign the quick claim deed. He wants to get bought out. I guess he needs the money. Well, that's okay. Because God is in control. And if the divine had allowed me to go through this whole process of almost getting, the mortgage in my name and taking over the mortgage, only for there to be that blockage in the form of my ex-husband, not wanting to sign a quick claim deed. If the divine allowed that, it's for a reason. And so I surrender to the divine. And that's what, we have to learn. That God is in control of all things. And when you work on something and things don't work out the way that you want them to, it's a reason behind that. And you have to trust in the divine. You do what you can do, and you let God take care of the rest. And that's what I'm doing. I'm letting the divine take care of the rest. So it's all good. And I thank the divine, because there's always a lesson involved in every circumstance that you go through. When you can see the lessons, don't look at the situations that you go through that don't work out the way that you would like them to work out as an L, as a loss. You can look at it as a L, but not as a loss. That's not the word that we're using for L. The word that we're going to use for L is learning experience. View it as a learning experience. It's always something for you to learn, about whatever circumstance you go through. And the lesson always has to do with you and never has to do with the other person. Because life, I see it as a game, like a virtual reality game, okay? You are the main character in the game. Like you're in your life, you are the main character. So everything is about you. It's not about the other people. We can point the fingers at other people, but it's about us at the end of the day. So don't look at it as a loss, a L as in loss. Look at it as a L as in a learning experience. Learn from it, grow from it, and move forward. And trust in the divine, because the divine got you. If you have a relationship with God, you ain't got to worry about nothing. All right? My independence started late. Yeah, it started late. So, when you're first starting out, unless you have come from money or whatever, or your circumstances is just set up to where, you have that advantage financially, whatever. For me, no, not so much. But I'm thankful for where I'm at. I'm thankful for my job, which pays pretty decent, and has allowed me to be able to, be independent. So, I have to work my way because, I am just really starting out. And so I have to work my way, up the ladder, you know what I'm saying? And so I think I'm doing pretty well, for just starting out, with my independence, I spent a big chunk of my life as a stay-at-home mom. I was married for about almost 20 years, I think maybe 18 years or something, and got divorced. And, had to go back into the workplace. And, it's been like maybe about 4 or 5 years now. And so, I have a steady job, that pays pretty decent. And I'm just, working on my stability and, getting myself together and stuff like that. So, it is what it is right now. And, I'm doing what I feel the divine is calling me to do, as far as, my goals and things like that. And, I'm not beating myself up about where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful to have what I have. I'm thankful for the journey, because as I'm going through life, I'm learning lessons. I'm learning what to do, what not to do, what to do better, and, it's a process. It's a process. So I'm not, you know what? I'll say a lot. Let's notice that, we see, I said it again. We all have like those fillers, like when we're trying to think of what to say. And my thing, I just noticed my thing is, I was like, just noticing, like, I say, a lot. Anyway, yeah, so, it's a process. And, I said it again. I accept where I'm at, and I don't judge myself anymore. I don't judge myself on that. I understand that it's a process, and considering all that I've gone through, you know what I'm saying? Like all that I'm going through, all that I've gone through, with dark magic and people just putting constant barriers, constant blockages in my life through dark magic, trying to prevent me from getting ahead and from moving forward and from fulfilling the purpose that God has for me, just trying to stop me, yeah, like I shouldn't, with all the opposition that I have faced and am facing, I shouldn't even have what I have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful to have what I have. Now, this isn't the end of, where I'm at. I mean, this isn't like the end. Of my life. Like, this is not something that I am going to stay in. This situation is not where I'm going to stay. It's just where I'm at presently. You know what I'm saying? And considering everything that I've gone through and the opposition that I've had to fight, and I'm still fighting to get what's rightfully mine and to move forward in the direction that the divine is leading me to. You know what I mean? I consider myself successful because, my opposition has been relentlessly trying to come against me, and I have been breaking through each barrier, every barrier that they have put in front of me. So I consider myself successful because I shouldn't even have what I have, because these motherfuckers ain't want me to have shit. They want me to be on the street homeless with my children. They ain't want shit for me. So to be where I'm at and to have what I have, I'm thankful for that. I thank the divine. And I thank myself for not giving up on myself, for fighting through, and believing in myself and keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? So I thank myself too. And you know what? I'm not going to give these people too much attention. But I just thought about something. I was like thinking to myself, these people wanted me to believe that I was a failure, that I would never amount to anything. And I'm sure they probably gossiped about me, saying these type of things. Oh, look, she's such and such age and she's working here and she ain't got this and she ain't got that and blah, blah, blah. But this is the thing. If I'm such a failure and I'm such a loser and I'm, I ain't worth shit, I ain't shit, and, whatever negative things that these people had to say about me. Why are you working so hard doing spell work against me? If you really felt that I wasn't a threat and that I'm nothing and I'm a failure and I'm this, that, why are you doing spell work to try to block me? You shouldn't have to do shit. If I'm this to you, if you, all the things that you gossiping and saying about me, all this negative stuff that you're saying about me, if this is true, then why are you fighting so hard trying to stop me through spell work? If I'm such a failure, if I'm such a nobody, if I'm such a this and a that, all of this negative shit that you want to say about me to try to make it look like I'm, you know, like I'm lazy and I'm a bum and I don't ha- and I can't take care of myself and I'm, whatever dumb shit that you done made up in your mind about me that you want to believe is true and you want other people to believe is true. Why are you doing spell work? Obviously, you don't believe any of that shit because you wouldn't even have to pay practitioners to do shit if I really was all of this negative shit that you're saying. You wouldn't have to work so hard to get your coven friends and all of these people to come against me if you really thought that I was weak and powerless and, you know, a nobody. You wouldn't have to do anything. I would just be fulfilling that what you're saying. I would be fulfilling that. Like, oh yeah, well she ain't this and she ain't that and she ain't got this and she ain't got that and she she's dependent. She in her 50s and she still got to have people take care of her. If that was true, then why would you be trying to do spell or to try to block me? Why would you be trying to block my finances? Why would you be trying to block, me from going into my purpose if that was true? The fact that you have to pay people to do spell work against me, the fact that you have to try to block my path, to try to keep me from having what I'm supposed to have and going in the direction I'm supposed to go in, proves that you all are fucking liars and that I am a threat to you, which is amazing because if you had put all that focus into your own selves instead of trying to make me look bad and make me look like I'm, codependent and childlike and I can't do anything on my own or blah blah blah, if you had put all that effort onto yourselves instead of trying to come against me, trying to manifest through your dark magic these things that you've been false things that you've been saying about me, maybe you would have the success that you desire if you worked on yourselves instead of trying to use me as a human battery, trying to feed off of my energy, my successful, abundant energy to have the things that you want. You could have been working on yourself. You could have gotten, that degree or started your own business on your own energy by putting all of that effort and energy that you're putting into dark magic towards me into yourself. Right? Anyway, I just had to vent that out because, these goofies, they like to try to put other people down to make themselves feel good because they're insecure. And, you know, this false narrative that they want people to believe about me is some bullshit. And if that is so true, if what you're saying is so true, then stop doing fucking dark magic. Stop doing the fucking dark magic on my finances. Stop doing fucking dark magic on my on me fulfilling my purpose. Just stop it. You don't need to do it. And then let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see if all the things that you're saying about me is true. Stop doing the fucking dark magic. If everything, all that negative shit that you're saying about me is true, then stop paying practitioners. Stop doing the fucking dark magic, and let's see what happens. Let's see if I don't amount to anything. If I'm not able to take care of myself. I'm not able to do this. I'm not able to do that. Let's see. Just stop doing the fucking dark magic and let's see. Let's see what happens. Because y'all do this shit, I fight through it, and then y'all put another obstacle in there, and then I gotta fight through that and fight through that and fight through that. I keep fighting through it. Because I'm not what y'all say that I am. If I was so weak and hopeless and helpless, then I wouldn't be fighting at all. I would just give in to the shit that y'all been doing. But I'm not going to do that. I'm never going to do it because I'm a warrior. The divine has put a fierce warrior spirit inside of me. And just like y'all don't want to give up, I ain't giving up either, motherfuckers. I ain't giving up shit. But if y'all really believe what y'all saying about me, then stop doing the fucking dark magic and let's see what happens. And by the way, God is allowing y'all to do this shit. It ain't because y'all got power. So don't even think that anything that y'all have, that God has allowed y'all to do has any weight in my life. It don't. Whatever has been allowed to happen, it was because God allowed it for my purpose and my growth. Period. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Those who who know about this shit and who have experienced and maybe still experiencing people doing dark magic against them, y'all know what I'm talking about, and y'all know how I'm feeling. All right, but I'm not going to give them my power. I'm not going to do that. Because they don't have power. God is the one that has all power. God is the one that is in control. And nothing can happen without the divine's permission. And that's the way it is. All right. So back to the message of the video, which is about happiness being a choice. And I choose to be happy right now, y'all. Okay. I choose to be happy in spite of all of that nonsense. Okay? I choose to be happy. It is a choice. It is a choice. It is a choice. See, I could go ahead and I could think back on, those idiots. And I could, well, I shouldn't call them idiots. Should I divide? Okay. I take the idiots part back. But, I could go ahead and get angry and, get into a low vibration. But my emotions and how I feel is a choice. And I can choose to be angry, or I can choose to have power and control over my emotions by choosing a high vibration. We give away too much of our power to circumstances and to people. Nothing can make us feel anyway. It's all in the mind. And your circumstances do not have to determine your mood. Hey y'all, I'm sorry about that. My phone went dead and I didn't even realize it. So I'm just yapping on and on and on. And I don't know how, I think I was talking for a while before I realized that the phone went dead. Oh man, but anyway, what I was saying was your circumstances do not have to determine your mood. We get so caught up in, things outside of us having control over us, and we have to learn how to become masters over ourselves and not let every single thing, we can't be like leaves blowing in the wind, just letting the wind just blow us to and fro, circumstances happening and we just automatically go left, with our emotions. Somebody says something and we automatically, go from 0 to 100. And, it's something that we have to master, our emotions. It's hard. It is. And I'm still a work in progress. And, it's something that is a process, but it needs to be worked on, because when you master yourself, nothing and no one can control you. You become your own God. Little g. And happiness is something that we can master through the power of our mind by simply just choosing to be happy. Just like you choose to be pissed off, you choose to be sad, you choose to be angry, you choose to be depressed, you choose to be fearful, or whatever emotions that you have. You choose that. In whatever situation that you're in, you can choose a higher vibration, no matter what circumstances you're at. You see my house, I could choose to be depressed. I could choose to feel negatively. But that's not going to benefit me. You know what I mean? And why should I feel negative? You know what I'm saying? Aesthetically, it may not be, what I would desire, but I'm thankful to have a house to live in. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a lot worse than this, I'm thankful to have what I have. And, these things do not define me, right? What defines you? Are you allowing your circumstances to define you? Are you allowing what you have or don't have to define you? As if your worth is based on things outside of you. The things of this world are very fleeting. they can instantly be taken away. Instantly. So why base your why build your house on sand? There's a Bible verse, I can't remember what it is, that talks about a house being built on sand. And when the winds blow and the storms come, that house is destroyed. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, y'all. But the house that's built on a rock will stand. When the winds blow and the storms come, that house will remain, because why? It's built on a solid foundation, a sturdy foundation. Building your house, your metaphorical house, on the things of this world, on material things, on social status, on wealth, that's building your house on sand. Okay? When the storms of life come and you lose all of those things, your house, which is yourself, is going to fall. You're going to lose it mentally, emotionally, because you built your house on a weak foundation. But when you build your house on a rock, when you build your house on God, when you build your house on your relationship with the divine, can't nothing destroy you. Can't nothing, that big bad wolf energy can't blow your house down. Your house is going to stay standing. Your mind, your emotions are going to be stable, because your stability is not based on things that can be taken away. Your foundation is in God. And can't nobody take that away but you. You could take away that foundation by not being in a relationship with the divine, by choosing to remove yourself from a relationship with the divine. But that's your choice. You choose to let go of that foundation. And so the consequences of that is going to be the same as the person who built their house on sand. You lost your stability. So, yeah. That's, at least for me, this channel is not for people who don't believe in a higher power. Like, for real, if you're an atheist, go somewhere else, please. Like, I don't, there's no love loss or nothing like that, okay? But I'm just saying that this is not for you. This channel is for people who believe in a higher power, who know God exists. And God is the foundation. God is the rock. And the foundation that will secure you and keep you stable. People who believe in the divine, I'm talking to y'all. No matter what name you give it, okay? When you have that firm foundation, You can have peace and joy and happiness. You can live in a house like mine that, isn't the best looking, that isn't the most aesthetically pleasing, and still be happy, because your value isn't in that. Your value is in your relationship with the divine. It's all about perspective. Change your perspective, change your reality. Yeah, I was saying when I got cut off, when the phone died, I had been thinking about something. I was saying that, our society is set up for us to covet. Our society is set up for us to be discontent and to be insecure and to see our value based on external things. And companies rely on our insecurities. That's how they make money. Okay? It's all a program. The media, the entertainment industry, the fashion industry, all of these industries are set up for us to be programmed into being discontent with ourselves, with what we have. It's never good enough. You always need the newest, the latest thing. And it's set up that way to profit off of our insecurities. And I believe it's also a program to keep us in a low vibration, as a species, as humans. It's beings that profit off of that, who run this world. They profit off of that, And I was thinking about tribal communities. I'm sure many of you have seen videos of people in different tribal communities and how they live. And you see them, they don't look, and I'm not talking about like people who are like, that have absolutely nothing. Like some of those feed the children video. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about tribal communities, who, they live very simple lives. Very simple lives. They have everything that they need: food, clothing, and shelter, okay? The 3 basic necessities of life. But it may not be on, our society's level of what is considered to be, what's the word I'm thinking? What's considered to be livable, because we're used to houses, like the type of houses that most of us live in, and cars and stuff like that. But these communities, they don't have that. They have homes, but it may not be, on our level of homes. Like my house would look like a mansion. compared to some of these homes that I'm talking about in these tribal communities. I would appear to be wealthy to most, if not all, of those people in those communities. But they live simple lives and they're happy. Have any of you seen some of these videos where they might have they might have mud hut homes or something? They have clothing. It may not be fancy like what we're used to. And it may not be on the level of what we're used to, but they have clothing, they have food, they have shelter. They might have their own means of transportation, like a scooter or something. Or maybe they walk to their destinations or whatever. But have you noticed that, at least the ones that I've seen, I don't know, maybe you guys have seen different, but the ones that I've seen, and I'm sure there are many people who know what I'm talking about. You've seen these videos, and the kids are running and playing, and they're happy, and the people are happy. It seems to me like the more choices that we have, the more unhappy we are. I mean, think about that. How is it that you can have groups of people in different parts of the world who live very simplistically and are happy and at peace? They grow their own food, they build their own homes, and they live very simple lives and are happy and content. But we have everything. And we have so many choices, so many things to want, to desire. And we are some of the most miserable people in the world. These so-called civilized countries, first world countries, and we are miserable. We complain about every goddamn thing. We complain about our jobs that keep us from being homeless and on the street. We complain about our homes. It's too small. It's too big. It's not nice enough. Our car is a hoopty. We don't have a nice enough car. Or we have a nice car, but we want a newer one. We got a Mercedes. We want the newest one. We got an iPhone, but we got to have iPhone 20 or whatever. I don't know what the hell, because I don't keep up with it. I got an iPhone, but mine's is like, I done had the same damn iPhone for, what's it been, 5 years now? And I don't intend on it. That phone going to have to break. Like, it's really going to have to stop working for me to get a new phone. Because I'm like, what's the point of me getting a new phone? I'm not getting a new phone every year. I don't give a fuck about the newest features. As long as it does what I need it to do, I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to buy, spend all that money. How much are iPhones now? I don't even know. I know it's too much for me to be spending on. We want a new phone every year, a new this, a new that. And it's the more we have, the more unhappy we are. Think about all the crime that is committed. The majority of crimes are based on this greed, this society of greed. We have a society of greed. We want what we don't have, and what we have, we don't think is good enough. So we're not content, we're miserable. And that's because this society has, the way that this society is built and set up, this system is set up, is set up for us to never be content. Deliberately. I believe that. I believe that we have been programmed to think this way, to be miserable, to keep us in a low vibration. But the people in these tribal communities have less than we have materially, but are more happy. Tell me how that makes sense. That just shows that it's all in your mind. Happiness is a choice. Now, these people don't know. Like, somebody would have to come and tell them, oh, like those in those communities that are like really separate from, the outside world, like the world that we are living in and are accustomed to, they would have to be told, like, it's more than this. And then they would start coveting and wanting, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, damn, I thought I had it all. Like, I was good. Oh, you mean to tell me I could have this, that? The more choices that we have, the less content we are and the less happy we are. Because all of these choices are saying what you have isn't good enough. You could have better. It's like programming us to be greedy and not content. There's nothing wrong with having there's nothing more. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have nice things and wanting, what you consider to be better. But this is what I always say. You can have things, but don't let them have you. And that's the problem. Most of us have let these material things have us to where our identity has become intertwined with the idea of success. We have been programmed to think that the more we have, the more successful we are, which is a lie. You can never be happy thinking like that, because there's always going to be people that have more than you, and you're always going to be. It's like when you have that type of mentality, it's impossible to be content and it's impossible to be happy, because it's like the analogy of dangling a carrot before a rabbit, and it keeps hopping, chasing that carrot, but never getting it. And that's what we are. We're like rabbits hopping around trying to get this carrot that's dangling in front of us, and every time we get close to it, but we never seem to get it, because you're never going to get it. There's always going to be something better. There's always going to be something more. You understand what I'm saying? You're always going, because this is how the society is set up. It's set up for us to constantly chase after things that are given to us, that are taught to us, that we need these things in order to be happy. It's a program. And these businesses profit off of our insecurities. And these people that run this planet, they profit energetically off of us being on this low vibration. It's good food for them. And I'm going to do a video on that another time. Energy vampirism. Yeah, so my whole point is that happiness should not be based on what you have or what you don't have. It should be based on who you have living inside of you. It comes from within. If you have the divine living in you, you've got everything that you need. Happiness is already there. You don't have to go chasing after stuff to be happy. It's all right to have those things. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, don't let those things have you. Because those pictures and stuff in my house, I'm not going to be living like this forever. This is temporary. I like nice things too. Okay? But I can, while I'm in this specific station of life, I'm still going to be happy. I choose to be happy. I'm not going to allow this aesthetics to cause me to be unhappy. That's silly. It's just furniture. It's just, a house. Houses can be remodeled. They can be, things can change. You can do stuff to change it, Right now, I'm not in the financial position to do that. But, I'm not going to allow that to take away my happiness, take away my peace. Because God is my peace. God is my happiness. And when you have that foundation, you know what I'm saying? That rock that you build your house on, then there's nothing outside of it that can knock it down, that can knock down your joy, that can knock down your peace, that can knock down your happiness. You feel me? You feel me? Make God your foundation. Make the divine your foundation. Whatever name you use for that higher power that you believe in. As long as, like I said in some other videos, as long as it ain't no dark shit. You know what I'm saying? If you worship some dark shit, get the fuck off of this channel right now. Because this this channel is not for you, okay? Get out of here, devil. I rebuke you. Get out of here. Anyway, whatever name that you choose to use for the unnameable one, because the reality is God is I use that term, most people can relate to that term. But the truth is, the divine is so awesome. There is no name adequate enough to describe it, period. So we come up with all kind of names for that one being that is the creator of all things that exist, to identify it. But it is unidentifiable. Okay? God is unidentifiable. but we do our best to try to, because we need names to identify things. And so we use different terms to identify the same energy, the same creator. Okay. So whatever term you use for the creator, that is who you need to be your foundation, to be your source of value. Not what you have. Don't look at what you don't have. Look at who you have living inside of you. And if you don't have God, I suggest you go get God. Okay? I suggest you go get God. God is not somewhere sitting on a throne. Okay? God is everywhere. And if you want a relationship with the divine, all you have to do is call out to the divine, God, whatever term you want to use, and let the creator know that you want to know it. It's been waiting for you to acknowledge it. So all you have to do is call out to it and let it know that you want to have a relationship with it and that you want it to be a part of your life. And you will be filled with everything that you were trying to find outside of yourself. I promise you that. You'll be like, damn, all this time I've been chasing after all of this shit, when all I had to do was go within. All I had to do was seek the God within me. And now I have everything that I was searching for outside of myself. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Everything that we chased after outside of ourselves for years, all we had to do was go within. And we would have realized that everything that we wanted, that we thought we could get outside of ourselves, was already in us the whole time. Ain't that something? It's a beautiful thing. So go within and get that happiness that the divine has for you inside of yourself. It's already there. It's not outside of you. It's not in that person that you want so bad. It's not in that money that you want so bad. It's not in that car that you want so bad. It's not in that house that you want so bad. It's not in that job that you want so bad, or whatever it is that you want so bad. It's not in that. It's inside of you. It's there already. It is. I hear somebody saying, no, it ain't. It is. I'm telling you. You just haven't tapped into it yet. Once you tap into it, you'll see. It's there already. You just got to take the time you got to dig through all of that garbage. All of those lies. It's a bunch of junk inside. Like those of you that struggle to understand that there's happiness inside of you, that God lives inside of you, that's because you got all that junk that's buried. That's buried, on top of the divine that's in you. The divine is like yelling like, I'm here, but I'm suffocating because you got all of this junk on top of me. You got all that baggage from whatever traumas you've experienced, all of the things that you need to heal from, that you refuse to heal from. Get out of your pride. The ego can be our worst enemy. Get out of your pride. For real. Get out of your pride. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to say, you know what? I need to heal. I got some issues. That's another thing. So this society makes us feel like we have to present ourselves a certain way, that we have to be perfect, that we can't show that our vulnerability and that we have problems and issues. That's bullshit. That's because we've been taught to believe, to care what people think. It's time for us to be unfuckwittable, to not give a shit, to not care what people think. You can't heal if you're like in the ego and wanting to present yourself as if nothing is wrong. Can't heal that way. It's all right. Everybody got shit with them. I don't give a fuck when anybody said somebody say that they don't have nothing wrong with them is a fucking liar, and you need to stay away from that person because that person is toxic as hell. We all got issues. I got issues. Everybody got issues. The problem is people don't want to be vulnerable and admit that shit. We want to present ourselves like we got it all together when inside we all fucked up. The first thing we need to do in order to heal is to admit that we got shit that we need to work on, that we got issues. Ain't nothing wrong with saying it. And if somebody got a problem with it, then fuck them. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody in your life that, has a problem with you being vulnerable and saying, I need you to work on this. We all got shit that we need to work on, and it's okay. But get out of that ego and, whatever, be honest with yourself. Like, I got these insecurities that I need to work on and work on them. We think we need these things outside of ourselves because we don't really have a sense of identity. We have been taught that our identity is based on what people think of us and what we have, material things, social status, all that dumb shit. And if we don't have those things, then we're worthless and whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of dumbass people that came together and came up with that stuff to make people feel, to make people pretty much look outside of themselves for worth instead of going within and allowing the God within them to give them value and worth. That's all that is. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this message because I don't want to make it too long. Again, happiness is a choice, right? You can choose to be happy. You don't need anything outside of yourself to be happy. It's okay to desire to have goals and to want certain things, outside of yourself, certain, material things or whatever. But don't let those things have you. Build your relationship with the divine and allow the divine to be your rock that you build yourself on so that you can have a sturdy foundation. So that when the storms of life come and you lose some of those things that people worship and think are valuable, because we're going to have ups and downs in life. There's going to be times when you're not going to have the money that you would like to have. There'll be times when you might be abundant financially, and there might be times when you're not so abundant. But you're going to let those times define you? You're going to let those lows in life define you? Or are you going to let the divine within you define you? That's building your house on sand. When you put your value and worth and your happiness, you build your happiness based on material things, based on things outside of you, you will have built your house on sand. And when those storms of life come, when those winds of life come and they blow against you, when they take your money, when those winds take your job, when those winds take your health, when those winds take whatever away from you, those material things away from you, you're going to, your house, metaphorically, your house is going to fall. But if you build your house on a firm foundation, on a rock, on the divine within you, you lose your job, it's okay. You lose your house, it's okay. Your car gets repossessed, it's okay. Whatever that storm is that takes away those things that people are saying, oh, you need that to be happy. When your house is built on the divine, you can handle those losses because your worth wasn't in there anyway. And you know God got you. You know God going to take care of you. So you're going to be all right. But those people that built their house on sand, their whole identity was on that stuff. They going to fall flat on their ass. And they ain't going to know what the hell to do. Because now their sense of identity is gone. You feel me? So, happiness is a choice. Use the power of your mind to choose to be happy. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, that's healthy, that's not toxic. I don't advocate drug use and alcohol or anything like that. Whatever healthy activity that you can do that will raise up your vibration, that will make you feel good, then do that. And let that make you feel good. Raise your vibration. Let that bring you joy. It's all about perspective. Okay? So that's all that I have to say. And I hope that my message has been encouraging for someone out there. All right? I'm out. Peace.